Hi friends, it's Abhay here. Welcome to Coders Project. So in this video we are going to be discussing about tuples. What is a tuple? A tuple is a collection which is ordered and which cannot be changed. It is unchangeable. In Python, tuples are written with round brackets. So now you may be wondering what is the difference between a tuple and a list. So the elements of a list are mutable, whereas the elements of a tuple are immutable. This means that once the elements are defined in a list, it can be changed, whereas in tuple it cannot be changed. When you don't want to change the data over time, the tuple is a preferred data type, whereas when we need to change data in future, list would be a wise option. So the main difference between a tuple and a list is list can be changeable and tuples are not changeable. So in this video, I'm going to be covering these topics. How do you create a tuple? How are you going to access the tuple items by referring to the index? How are you going to access tuples using negative indexing? How are you going to access tuples by specifying the range of index and accessing tuples by specifying the range of negative index? How do you change the tuple values? Looping through a tuple, checking if item exists and checking the tuple length. How do you join two tuples? Let's get started. Now let's create a tuple. So I'll name it as tuple1 equals and open the round brackets. I'll take colors again. So red, green, yellow, blue. Okay, now we need to print this tuple. So print tuple1. When you run this, it's going to give you all the values. So now I'm going to be showing you how do you access tuple items. So for that, you just have to print the tuple name and then open up a square bracket and specify the index. So I'll specify 1 so that we get the value green. Okay, and for negative indexing, this will become -1, -2, -3, and -4. So let me type -3. Yeah, -3. That will give us green. Okay. Now I'm going to be showing you how do you get the tuple by specifying the range of index. So let me specify the range from 0 to 3 and I'll print this out. So it gave me red, green and yellow because this is 0 and this is 1 and this is 2. The third one will be omitted. And now what happens if we don't specify the first number? So it again gives red, green and yellow. It omits the last one. What if you specify the first number and not the last number? Or let me specify 2. So it gives us yellow and blue. It omits the green, which is index 1. Now I'm going to be showing you how do you get a tuple using a range of negative index. So from -4 to -1. Let me print this out. Red, green and yellow. So this is how you get the tuple using negative index. Now I'm going to be showing you how do you change the tuple values. Once the tuple is created, you cannot change its values. Tuples are unchangeable. But there is a workaround. You can convert a tuple into a list and then change the list and then again convert it back into a tuple. I'll just be showing it to you. So we have already defined our tuple over here. Now let me name a variable as list1, list_1 to convert this into a list. So for that I have to type list and in the brackets we have to type our tuple name, which is tuple1. And now to change anything in this tuple, we just have to type our list name, which is list_1, and then in the square brackets we have to type our index number. I'll change yellow, which is index 3, no, it's index 2, and then equals, I'll change it to gold, and I'll convert this back into tuple. So for that I have to type our tuple name, tuple1 equals tuple, and then in the brackets we have to type our list name, which is list1, and then we're going to print out the tuple1. Let me run this. So as you can see, yellow has been changed to gold. So this is a way how you change the values in tuple. Now I'm going to be showing you how do you loop through a tuple. So for that, you just have to add a for statement over here for x in tuple 1, print x. So this is going to print out all the values of our tuple, red, green, yellow, blue. Okay, and now I'm going to be showing you how do you check if an item exists in a tuple. We need to add an if statement over here. So if gold in tuple 1, print yes, else print no, else print no. So what this does is it's going to check if gold is there in our tuple 1. If it is there, print S, or it's going to print no. Let me run this. So it's no over here because gold is not in our tuple 1. Now I'm going to be showing you how do you determine the tuple length. So for that you just have to type print and then len and our tuple name, which is tuple 1. Let me print this. So it's 4 over here. And now I'm going to be showing you what happens if you try adding items to this tuple. So our tuple name, which is tuple 1, then our index number, I'll name it 4 for creating a fourth index. This is equal to gold, and then let me print this tuple, print tuple 1. So it will give you an error, so you cannot change the items or add anything in this tuple. Now I'm going to be showing you how do you create tuple with a single item. Let's remove this. So there's a single item in this tuple. Make sure you add a comma after adding a single item, or else it won't be considered as a tuple. I'll be showing it to you. So print tuple 1 and its type tuple 1. Now I'll make another tuple 2 equals gold. I'm not going to specify the comma over here. Now let me print tuple 2 and then the type of tuple 2. Let me run this. So as you can see, tuple 1 is a tuple, whereas tuple 2 is not considered as a tuple, it's considered as a class string. So you must add a comma after your single character or single item to make it considered as a tuple. Now I'm going to be showing you how do you delete the tuple. You just have to type del and the tuple name. So this will get deleted. Now when you try to print out the tuple 1, it will give you an error because tuple 1 has already been deleted. It will say you whether the tuple is defined or not defined. So as you can see, tuple 1 is not defined, so it's been deleted. Now I'm going to show you how do you add or merge two tuples. So for that, I'll define another tuple 2 equals yellow, then gold, then black, and red. Red is already given. So let me try combining these two tuples. So for that, I'll name other tuple as tuple 3. Tuple 3 equals tuple 1 plus tuple 2. Now let me print out tuple 3. So as you can see, it's been combined or joined. So this is how you join two tuples. Thank you guys for watching my video. Do subscribe my channel, like my videos. See you soon.